What's up everybody, Chris Murray here, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the 3 cameras I use to make all the content that you are able to see, and what cameras you need to have to make a professional career out of video making and photography. What's up? So today we're going to be going over the 3 cameras that I use to capture all my video and photo goodness, and what cameras you need to do the same. Let's go. The first camera I'm going to suggest that you have and use that is mandatory is the one that's always in your pocket, and that is your phone. I use this iPhone to take 90% of my Instagram photos. It's convenient. You can capture everything quickly in a moment. I've even recorded vlog videos with this. It shoots in 4K, it shoots in 1080p, it's 60 frames. Probably does 120 frames actually these days. And this is an iPhone 8, so you don't need the X to get amazing quality, while having portrait mode helps. Right behind is a photo that I shot with my iPhone that you can see right now, and you can just see that the quality is awesome. It's good for social media and when you're on the fly. And we're gonna go to the bottom of the stairs to talk about camera number 2. Let's go. So we're at the bottom of the stairs of the art museum right now, and the second camera I'm going to talk to you about is an intermediate camera, semi-professional camera, and that's the 6D Mark II. So with the professional, semi-professional camera like the Canon 6D, this is the Canon 6D Mark II actually filming this entire video right now. With these type of cameras, you're able to do a lot more in post. You're able to produce a more professional and dynamic looking image, and I think the results speak for itself. Now, you pay a premium for that ability, but it is worth it to your business because, well, you can see for yourself. And the third and final camera is my professional camera that I use, and I will talk about that back in my apartment because it turns out it's free museum day and I could go into this museum for free. So instead of finishing this video right now, I'm gonna go do that, and I'll finish it later. And we're back at my place. That was a good time at the art museum. They had live music, jazz, they had some good food, good drink, and good art. And it was all free for International Museum Day. And now that we're back, I want to talk about that third and final camera I was mentioning earlier, and that being professional grade type camera. This is the Red Raven. And this camera, I think you can get the Brain for around $89, $95, somewhere around there, which it won't power on with that, and I have a video explaining that. Roughly, to get started without a lens, I think B&H has a package for this camera somewhere around like $12,000 to $13,000, and then with the lens, you're looking upwards to 15 grand plus some good memory. But this is the professional grade camera that I use before I actually have one level up, which would be the Scarlett W, and then there's the Epic W, and big productions, big cinema productions and commercials and such, we're renting out. But this is an amazing camera. It is a fixed EF mount, which means that PL is not an option. I'm about to show you a little secret that everybody knows, so it's not really a secret, but this is why these cameras are called red. See if I can get the light to catch it just a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, but it is because the sensor is red. So there you go. If you're ever like, why do they call it red? The sensor's red. Yeah, this is a 4.5K camera. It shoots in RAW. I believe it's 16-bit RAW. I could be mistaken, but I know Red has confirmed that the Dragon sensor is a 16-bit RAW sensor, but I'm not sure if that only applies to the 6K Dragon from the DSMC1 line, or if that carried over to the DSMC2 line of Dragon sensors, but I should say that this is a Dragon sensor. It shoots at 4.5K RAW, as I just said. It shoots in ProRes. It is going to give you an amazing cinematic quality image. And it's not even just about the image you get in this camera, it is also about what you could do with the image in post-production. Now, I have a few videos talking about this more in depth, and maybe I'll do a video going way more in depth of this camera specifically, almost like an hour-long super in-depth camera of Red and utilizing it and going through all the menu systems and whatnot. But this camera I love it. It's awesome. I will use this camera whenever I can. If I'm shooting anything that's paid, 9 times out of 10, I will be using the Red camera always. This is the best possible image you could get for this price range, in my honest opinion. I just love Red. I've been working with Red for years now, since 2012 maybe. I've been working with Reds, and back then it was the MX sensor. I kind of came up through the ranks with Red. Started out with Scarlets, going with the Epic, which was an amazing camera for its time, and then making my way to the Dragon, and this is a Dragon. One of my goals was to get a Red camera. It was like big time goal for me. Ari's always been awesome. I've loved shooting Ari. I've shot with the Alexa, I've shot with the Amira. These are great cameras, but they're not that affordable in comparison to Red. I can own this. You know, it's affordable for me. It is expensive. Why would I even use this camera? Why would you ever use this camera when you could use a 6D? Well, I'm telling you right now, this camera it's all about the post workflow. I mean, it's all about the image too, but the image you're gonna get out of this is gonna be amazing and incomparable, in my honest opinion, at this price point. Now, is there anything wrong with the image you're looking at right now, which is being recorded on the Canon 6D Mark II? Absolutely not. This is a great image being recorded at 1080p right now, and it looks awesome for the web, I think. But on a professional setting, hands down, I'm using this. I'm taking this image into my post workflow. I could push and pull. I could shoot RAW. Shooting RAW is so incredible. I'm gonna do a whole video talking about RAW and showing examples of why RAW matters and why it is leagues ahead of shooting ProRes or even an MP4 or whatever this is recording on. I think it's just not an option. What am I getting at? What's the point here? The 3 cameras that I recommend you use are the camera you have on you at all times, which is your phone, an intermediate type camera or semi-professional camera, which would be a good DSLR mirrorless camera. I'm a Canon guy. I'm going with the 6D Mark II. A 5D Mark IV is also an excellent choice. This is just a little bit more affordable and in my price range for the type of shooting that I do. So that's why I went with the 6D Mark II. And then for a professional grade camera, I'm using the Red for all my commercials. And while the Red Raven EF fixed mount is limiting for high budget professional gigs, it still is going to produce a great image, and it's still fairly affordable, comparable to that of the FS7. And I use Scarlett W's and Epic W's on much larger scale productions anyways. But for independent productions where you're using EF glass, or you could throw a Zeiss CP2 on this, or you could throw a Canon Cine lens on this, or I believe the Sigma Cine lenses have to be EF as well. You throw these on here and you're going to be off to the races, and you get all the awesome qualities of Red and all the other Reds. It's right in here. I mean, it's not a helium sensor, but it's a Dragon sensor for this price point in RAW. It's amazing. And if this is all going over your head, don't worry about it. Then you're not ready for this type of camera. You don't need this type of camera. You're good with this type of camera that's recording me right now. A DSLR, your Sony a7S Mark II, your Sony a7R Mark II, your Sony a7 III. It's all lost to me by now. So what I'm getting at with this video is that the best camera you have is the camera you have on you. Do not discount your phone, and just make sure you have other cameras to supplement it. You don't always have to be carrying around the Red. I don't always carry around the Red. Sometimes I carry around just my 6D Mark II and I get out and get video and footage like I did today with this video. Or sometimes I don't even bring any of those cameras because I know I have my phone with me and it's just not probable or practical to bring these type of cameras, and I'll still capture images. Nothing is preventing me from getting the images I want every single day. Once you realize your limitations is when you need to upgrade. If you're shooting with your phone and you're getting amazing images, I don't see the need for why you need to upgrade unless you're pursuing professional work or you're starting to realize the post-production limitations of your images and video. And then you know you need upgrades. Then you go to the intermediate professional model, semi-professional model, mind you. And that's where the DSLRs come in. And you can get an 80D. You don't have to get a 5D or 6D or A7S Mark II. Like, there's stepping stones, plenty. I'm just showing you the 3 levels that I have that work for me and covers all the bases that I need to make a career financially in this realm. My phone, my 6D Mark II, and my Red digital cinema camera. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this gave you an idea of the type of tiers of cameras that is most effective in making a financial living in this career field. And I will link these cameras down below in the description. And thank you again, and welcome to my apartment once again in another video. I'm kind of mixing color temperatures here because I have a nice daylight balanced light with a softbox lighting me, just one key lighting, and this backlight, which is like super tungsten. I think it's like 2000 Kelvin. It's kind of gross, but it lit up that background a little bit, separated it. I don't know if it works. I may not use it again. Who knows? But thank you so much for watching. I ramble on a little bit. I'm gonna learn to tighten this up as I go on with videos, but it feels good to bring another video to you guys, and I hope to keep creating more. I think I'm gonna try and commit to 1 video a week. I was a little ambitious before and wasn't able to meet the quota because scheduling and filming and things, but my schedule's starting to level out, I guess, so I will be able to produce this type of content way more frequently. So with that being said, I will catch you on the next video, and if you have ideas of what you want to see or hear from me, put that in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next video.